been one of the most successful public-private partnerships so far in the exhibition sector in India as of now. And in the last 4 years, yes, it has helped change the perception of Greater Noida. I will say Tri-City, that's a better word, combining Noida, Greater Noida and Yamuna Authority. And yes, it is bringing in value in partnership with a lot of other major players in this Tri-City, including Waves, that of JPs and all others. So I'll just be sector specific as what exhibition industry means to all of us and what's the impact it has on the local economy. These are the forthcoming slides. I'll just take you through. This is not a lengthy presentation, but since I've got a leg injury and I'm not standing and talking for long, it's I'll also tell you that I am also Secretary, India Convention Promotion Bureau, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, and I'm also executive member of the Indian Exhibition Industries Association in India. Recently, we did the annual convention of the Indian Exhibition Industries Association, and we had brought in approximately 150 odd buyers to this Tri-City, and we had a visit to the Greater Noida Gautam Buddha University as well. So let's just go through the presentation once. It will open up some more, challenging information that we have in store. If you look at the Indian exhibition industry, it has been steadily growing at about 15% on year-on-year basis. This is as per the study done by the Indian Exhibition Industries Association and has been released and vetted by the Department of Commerce, Ministry of Commerce, Government of India. And if you look at the sector, it's a whopping 94,000 crore market. I'm just giving you a little bit overview of the industry. And the exhibition sales that happen in a year in India is approximately 10,600 crore. And the additional investment that's being planned for more capacity addition in approximately 13 cities is approximately 83,000 crore of investment is underway. These are all officially vetted figures that we have collected from different states, wherein different PPPs or Reliance or Nesco or any particular association has put forward their proposal to build an exhibition and convention venues all over India. And if you look at the exhibition organizers in India, there are approximately 950. Approximately 3,500 exhibitions are organized in a year in India. Now this includes all B2B, B2C and C2C as well. And mind you, here even the Auto Expo that happened at Expo Mart, that's also one of the event. And of course, there's an event happening of 500 packs capacity, like the Indian Foundry Congress we recently did, that's also one of the events. Number of subjects on which events are happening are approximately 77, and the number of cities that's organizing these events are 88. There are some statistics, just go through it. And what we are planning is approximately, we have as of now in 443,000 square meter of area all across India as of now. And we are planning, the entire industry is planning to add another 600 lakh square meter, 600,000 square meter area. That's huge. Now why this is huge, we have to understand, because these people are able to see that challenge that a lot of large exhibitions are interested to come to India because India is a growing market. And the additional investment that is being planned is approximately 83,000 crore. Now mind you gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, that this 83,000 crore is not by the Indian investment only. This has got the foreign investments as well, as a lot of international venues are now interested to come to India and put up a huge exhibition or a convention space, so that these kind of exhibitions can be accommodated over here. So totaling approximately 11 lakh square meter of indoor exhibition space will be accessible by 2022. Out of that 11 lakh square meter, India Expo Mart would have a lakh square meter share, just for an information. Next please. And if you look at the ancillary services, this is where we will now come to what's the effect this exhibition industry has on the local economy. It is approximately just 1925 crores, and this is wrong rated, 925. It is ancillary services is approximately 2,000 crores. And if we go by the statistics given by the International Monetary Fund that India would grow by 7.5% on year-on-year basis, we can safely land at approximately at around 15,000 crore budget for the Indian exhibition industry by 2017. Now let's see what we have got from the Tri-City. Though it is specifically Greater Noida, but we have got excellent business environment. I must tell and I must congratulate the Tri-City that it has given us an excellent business environment. My predecessor colleague said about we first try to sell the city. It is very, very important that we try to sell the destination first. If I go and try and sell India Expo to an international investor or to an exhibition organizer, he doesn't listen much. He knows that there are far bigger venues and better facilities all over the world, in Germany, in UK, in Russia, wherever. But what we sell also is always a destination. So the destination, I'll come to the destination what we have. First, we have got an excellent business environment, a very successful PPP model, wherein the three stakeholders, the Government of India, the Greater Noida Industrial Development Authority, and the exporters community play a very active, I'll say, professional but commercial role. Somehow you have managed to convince your family to come to Greater Noida, but I have not been able to. I still live in Gurgaon because we do not have that last mile connectivity from Noida to Greater Noida. We have excellent golf courses, we have Formula 1 track, we have Taj Mahal. So the entire destination, gives a lot to India Expo Mart and to, in our hand, to market the entire destination to the foreign investors. Next. Now, what we have done at India Expo Mart, that also I will tell you. We have handled a lot of large shows. Most of those maybe already known to you. We do India Handicraft and Gift Fair. This has become world's largest show, mind you. Slowly and steadily, the nearest competitor was Messe Frank Ambiente Fair at Frankfurt, Germany. But last year in October 2014, we surpassed them. So there's a moment of pride for the Tri-City. Auto Expo, the house of Pragati Maidan, New Delhi. They chose to come to Greater Noida. Why? Because they have not only seen a fantastic venue, they got very good cooperation from the city police and the Greater Noida administration. Everybody came forward. Even the customs, the excise, the road transport, the branding part, as I have seen one of the colleagues at Greater Noida is here. Everybody offered good support for them. That paved the way for them to come from Pragati Maidan to here. It's a big risk for them that they came all the way from Pragati Maidan, wherein they were getting 11 to 12 lakh footfall. Here also they got 7.5 lakh footfall. Of course, the show was divided. Then we have got Print Pack. Again, it has come from Pragati Maidan. Delhi from Pragati Maidan. Petrotech from Bigyan Bhavan. It's a Prime Minister attended event, but they got it here. The Prime Minister came. BC India came from Mumbai to Greater Noida. It's an infrastructure related event. They saw that opportunity here in Greater Noida. So, if you look at the conferences that has been done, there are international ADB conference where we got 58 heads of state in Noida, hand surgery, physicians congress, diabetes congress, then Indian Exhibition Industries Congress. Number 3, the serial number 3 had 10,000 delegates. Number 1 had 5,500 delegates, all foreign. So that kind of security was provided by the police administration, and that kind of parallel facilities were provided by other stakeholders of Greater Noida and Yemen. Next. If you these are other congresses. I must tell you that these are serial number 4, 5, 6. International Geoscience Congress is happening in 2020. Petrotech in 2019. Pan IIT in 2023. They all have confirmed. Why? Because they are seeing that great potential here in this Tri-City, the opportunities and the facilities that we are providing. Next. Now, what facilities do we require from this Tri-City? That also I will tell you. These are certain challenges that we definitely need. Large expos, we need 100,000 square meter all. That is our responsibility. We will do it. But the number of hotels are not much. Whenever we go and bid for, like I have bid in the last week, I had been to IMEX, Germany. That's a show about all conventions and exhibitions happening all over the world. The International AIDS Society came to me. They were very interested to come to India. You know how many delegates they have? There are 20,000 delegates. But do we have 20,000 rooms? We do not. The moment I put forward the Excel sheet in front of them, telling them yes, we have 3,000 and in near 25 we have another 2,000 and go to Delhi for 30-35 kilometers, we have another 10,000. It is good statistics, but it doesn't ring any bell in their ears. So what we need good number of hotels. Yeah, power is also one of the factors that was pointed out in one of the earlier saying. 25 to 30 megawatt uninterrupted power supply we need to sustain these kind of large events. Yes, we do not have last mile connectivity. That's a major headache. And not only the last mile connectivity, even we have transport. That transport is not what we can offer to the international community. We need to offer them luxury AC coaches, etc. and all. If not luxury, at least AC coaches. That we do not have. That's a major, impediment in bringing in large events over here. Then multiple food and beverage facility. Yes, social interaction has been almost nil. Kaparo is one center that was coming up nicely, but then we have not heard anything beyond that. It's there where it was last 2 years back. So that these are the various points that I need to let you know. Really, for taxation. Taxation is a major problem. Though we do not have any forms that are required to be filled in by the transporters, but those TPF 1 and TPF 2 have been a major problem for the Indian exhibitors to come and fill in the form and get the approval from the tax authority and then come in. It doesn't operate at times. And if there are 20-30 people operating, applying for the permission at one point of time, it crashes. So these are, if we are calling ourselves third or fourth rank IT in the entire of India, we need to look at these issues very positively. Then, of course, the safety and security. If there is no last mile connectivity, the safety and security would always be a problem. Next, please. Look at the hospitality infrastructure in Greater Noida. I have some good statistics worked out for it. I've been observing it from 2010 and I've given a statistics till 2020 where we started in 2010 with 750 rooms. I've given the name of the hotels as well. With approximately 15% occupancy, we can go to 72% occupancy with